I know how frustrating it can be when you've spent weeks comparing office chairs and still feel like you're rolling the dice on a purchase that might end up being a waste of money. If you're here because you're stuck between the Steelcase gesture and a handful of other ergonomic chairs that all promise the same thing, I get it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What makes the gesture stand out isn't just that it's a Steelcase, it's how it actually handles real workdays. Most chairs give you adjustable arms and lumbar support, but the gesture sinks the seat and back so they move together when you lean back or reach forward. That's not just marketing jargon, it's the difference between feeling like you're sitting still and actually staying supported when you're typing, video calling, or just trying to unwind after hours. If you spend more than 4 hours a day at your desk, that kind of synchronized motion starts to matter a lot more than you'd think. The Connect fabric is 100% polyester, which sounds basic until you realize it's breathable enough to keep you from overheating during long calls but still durable enough to handle daily wear without pilling or fading. I've seen chairs with premium mesh that feels like a screen door after a few months, and the gesture avoids that trap without charging you a premium price for fabric that's actually pleasant to sit on. The black frame and black seat/back/arms combo also hides scuffs and stains better than lighter colors, which is a small but real advantage if you're not the tittiest person. One thing that surprised me was how well the gesture handles carpeted floors. The included wheels are designed for carpet, and they glide smoothly without sticking or jamming like some cheaper chairs do. If you've ever fought with a chair that feels like it's stuck in quicksand every time you try to scoot closer to your desk, this is a game changer. On hard floors, the wheels still roll fine, but they're not as aggressive, so if you switch between surfaces often, you might want to swap in harder casters later. The adjustable seat depth and fully adjustable arms are where the gesture earns its keep. If you're tall or have long legs, the seat depth lets you fine-tune how much thigh support you get without your knees pressing into the edge. The arms adjust up, down, in, and out, which is huge if you're switching between typing, gaming, or just resting your arms while you think. Most chairs force you to choose between armrest comfort and desk clearance, but the gesture gives you both without making you contort yourself to fit it. Now, the trade-offs. The gesture isn't cheap, but it's not the most expensive chair in Steelcase's lineup either. The real question is whether you need the extra features. If you're someone who sits for less than 4 hours a day or mostly does light tasks like browsing or occasional typing, you might be better off with a simpler chair. The gesture's strengths shine brightest when you're using it as your primary workspace, not just a secondary seat. Also, while the 12-year warranty sounds impressive, remember that it's only as good as Steelcase's customer service. If you're not near a service center, returns or repairs could be a hassle, so factor that into your decision. Another thing to consider is the assembly. It ships ready to assemble, and while the instructions are clear, it's still a two-person job to get the backrest aligned correctly. If you're not comfortable with Allen wrenches and patience, budget an extra hour or two or see if a friend can help. Once it's put together, though, it's built to last. The frame is designed for 24/7 use, so if you're the kind of person who keeps a chair for a decade, this is the one to get. Who should buy this? If you're a remote worker, freelancer, or anyone who spends most of their day at a desk, the gesture is worth the investment. It's also a solid pick if you've struggled with chairs that don't support your arms or back properly, or if you've ever felt like your chair was holding you in an unnatural position. The synchronized seat and back motion alone makes it stand out from the crowd. Who should skip it? If you're on a tight budget or only need a chair for occasional use, there are cheaper options that will do the job just fine. Also, if you're petite or very tall, you might want to check the dimensions first. Some users find the seat depth or height range limiting, even with adjustments. At the end of the day, the Steelcase gesture isn't just another ergonomic chair. It's designed to move with you, not against you, and that makes a bigger difference than most people realize until they've actually sat in it for a few hours. If you're still on the fence, the 12-year warranty and Steelcase's reputation are